What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Awakening World. I'm your host, Love Coach Scott Thomas, and tonight is another edition of Soul Search Luminaries, which means that I have a wonderful co-host, which is my dear friend Tanjila, who has a very special friend with her. She's going to tell us in a moment all about the Laughing Monk and a unique Enlightenment Expo that's happening. But I also want to let you know that we've got some great music tonight. Our beloved Omoshar is going to be with us, and his friend Kenta Hayashi is coming to us all the way from Japan. So we're going to have music from Kenta, music from Omoshar, and a whole slew of Soul Search luminaries coming through, sitting next to Tanjila. But to get us off to a rousing start, let's turn it over to our beloved brother, Omoshar. Get ready to move and groove and dance and have a good time.
Well, namaste and welcome. I'm looking forward to tonight as always. And I am specifically excited because my brother Kenta is joining us from Japan, and I was recently with him in Peru where we performed together. Anyway, we're going to get off to a rocking start, and so hats on. Take the brakes off, take whatever off you want, and let's do this one. And and away we go. I've seen too much to deny anymore. I'm finding out where I'm hurting. The journey now is liberating, breaking down walls inside me. And now the door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight as I climb aboard this ship of wonders. Beauty abounds in my life. I've seen it all through my own eyes. Heaven and earth are merging, and now the door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight, and I know that I am crossing over, letting go of all that keeps me from my birth, taking steps into my highest journey. Joined together we will create heaven. Changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight, and I know that I am crossing over, letting go of all that keeps me from my birth, taking steps into my highest journey. Joined together we will create heaven.
Wow, what a rock and roll and start to the show. Yeah. Let's all give a big twinkle to Omashar.
I always makes me laugh when I play that one. It's so high energy. It's so cool.
Absolutely wonderful. A great way to start the show. Thank you so very much, my friend. And Omashar will be back, and his brother, Kenta, will be with us shortly, coming to us all the way from Japan. So it's an exciting evening, and definitely kind of an evening of global consciousness, because as I go to my wonderful co-host, Tanjila, she is sitting next to a very unique and special soul. Welcome, Tanjila.
Thank you so much, Scott. And hello to our beautiful Global Peace Tribe family. As always, it's amazing to be with all of you. Thank you for tuning in live on Zoom, tuning in on Facebook and YouTube, and of course on the replay. We love creating this energetic field of love and global consciousness and peace, unity and harmony together. It's so beautiful and powerful when we can come together like this, because we are truly uplifting the whole entire planet when we're able to do this together. So thank you all for co-creating with us tonight. I'm so excited because this weekend we are actually broadcasting live from the International Meditation Foundation Center in Santa Monica on the Promenade. And it is the meditation center of my dear friend and master here, Swami Advaitananda Giri, the laughing monk. And you guys will be laughing with him very shortly. But Swamiji, he's an incredible master. He is a Himalayan yogi who has lived in a cave for over 30 years. And during that time has had a lot of incredible yogic, miraculous experiences, and has so much to share with all of us about the yogic sciences, enlightenment, the soul's journey, health and well-being, and so much more. Swamiji is an environmentalist and the founder of the International Meditation Foundation, which is a global nonprofit dedicated to spreading peace, mindfulness, and well-being through yoga and meditation. He has trained over 11,700 people in yoga and meditation. He's active in 47 countries and has 350,000 followers worldwide. And IMF, the nonprofit, combines ancient wisdom with modern science to help individuals achieve mindfulness and inner transformation. Swamiji is also a very powerful advocate for youth and education. He spearheaded the movement in India to integrate mindfulness and meditation into the national education curriculum in India, and he's actually working here in the United States to do the same today, which is amazing. And I know a lot of our Global Peace Tribe family is also very passionate about education and our youth and the kids and school today. Also, he's an environmentalist and implemented 1 tree equals a school credit for children in India. And so I know he's very passionate about really these innovative reforms and transforming education and the world. So thank you so much, Swamiji, for joining us today.
Wow. Right off the bat, I'd love to ask him what drew him out of the cave. Why did you decide to leave after 30 years there?
I had an esoteric experience, and in that I asked Babaji that what we should do to make a biggest impact on the human consciousness. And the answer was one, create infrastructure where sadhaks or the meditator get all the facilities for self-realization, and that should not be commercial. And second, reform the education system. And in that regard, I happened to meet Prime Minister Modi and proposed to him, and he liked the idea, and then how we will do it. So we come up with a curriculum where universal human values can be taught in a practical way to the children. And first part of that is the development of the values and virtues. Second is connecting children more with nature, where they will be planting trees and fruits and veggies and doing little farming. And every week they would learn 2 new herbs. And to grow these fruit, veggies, and trees, they get credits. So parents also take interest and students also take interest. And third part is how they can take care of the mental health and how they can live life. So overall, education that which liberates, and education that which brings the utmost flowering. So getting to the world and serving, this is the vision, to reform the education systems and create a spiritual infrastructure where all the facilities, either it's pyramids or spirals or Sri Yantras or any infrastructure which is needed, or the teachings which are needed of the path of devotion or path of knowledge or path of Hatha Yoga or path of Ashtanga Yoga or path of Kundalini Yoga. They all are provided.
Wow. Well, it's beautiful that you were with Babaji. Many of our people in the audience here are connected to Paramahansa Yogananda and that lineage. And we have a regular friend and presenter named Sanandaji, who also was in a cave for a long time with Babaji. Not for 30 years. I think he was 4 or 5 years. So, but it's beautiful. And what can you share for those of us who understand and know a little bit about Babaji? What can you share about your experiences with him?
My first experience was I wanted to know truth, and I was not getting any light, and whichever master I go, and it was not meeting the requirement, like where I can liberate. And then I went into silence, and then I went 37 kilometers up from Badrinath. There is one cave at Swargaravani, and I started to live there. And in the 37 kilometers, I was the only human being meditating. And in that, there was one time I saw one star which was very down, Like generally Himalaya, you see stars looks very close, but this one was like just if you just have your head a little up and you can see in that range, not that you have to tilt it up. And that attracted me. And those days I used to do eye gazing on the different objects. I used to do on the stars and moon and the sun. And then I started to gaze on this star, and I think nearly more than 3 hours passed. And then this star broke, and then that hit my chest. And then my whole body was vibrating, all hairs were up, and it was very ecstatic. And then when I asked any question, then the voice started to come from inside me. And in that, that was my first glance of Babaji.
Wow, how beautiful, how exciting. And is there anything you'd like for our audience to know about how they can learn more about you? Is there a website that we want to pull up?
Yes, I can.
Meditation.ca, like www.meditation.ca is the website.
And I'll put it in the chat box too, so people can visit as well.
And in the website, you'll find a lot of methods which are not public information. And there are more than 150 different meditation methods which one can practice.
Wow. Well, thank you. It's wonderful to have you with us. We're going to kind of shift our energy for a second here, because on our last collaboration with Soul Search, we had a wonderful woman with us named Machiko. And I'm going to pull up her picture real quickly. And then if you want, we'll show maybe a little bit of her, run. But maybe you can share with the audience what's happened.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Scott. So Machiko Ishikawa, I think a lot of you met her last Soul Search show. She has been a lifelong volunteer for Share International, and she recently just finished, and we just launched her new Soul Search TV show called The Promise: New Awakening of Humanity. And Machiko Ishikawa was very passionate about sharing hopeful spiritual messages of our time, because she really believed that, you know, we have all of these world teachers like Babaji, like Buddha Maitreya, working with us to support us in this new age that's coming. After the show, Machiko Ishikawa actually has passed on to her forward journey. And so she's no longer with us in this incarnation, but she's, of course, her spirit is living on with us. And she continues to, of course, share her message powerfully and work with us for this new coming age of humanity from the other side. And so I just wanted to have everyone join together in a special tribute for Machiko Ishikawa. She shared the work of Benjamin Creme, his spiritual art, and these beautiful messages for humanity, that sharing and coming together is how we are going to be creating this new earth. And so, of course, you can still watch her show on Soul Search TV. This was really amazing. I think all of you who saw her live saw what a powerful presenter and how passionate she was. She gave talks all over the United States and throughout Japan in Japanese. She was Japanese, about spiritual messages, spiritual art, the messages from Benjamin Creme, world teachers who are supporting us from all of the other levels, including the angels and ascended masters. And she now, of course, is also supporting us and working with us. So I just wanted to have everyone take a moment of silence so we can honor and just support and send our gratitude, love, compassion, peace, and blessing to Machiko Ishikawa, Share International volunteer, who so selflessly and beautifully shared these powerful spiritual messages for our time with all of humanity. So thank you, Machiko. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, your grace, your love, and your passion for creating a new earth and new world together. And thank you for continuing to support us from the other side. We appreciate you, we love you, and we are honored that you have been with us, and we're honored to continue to work with you. So thank you all for joining me in this blessing and remembrance of Michiko, and we'll just take a moment of silence to send her love. Thank you so much. And Michiko was so honored to be on this show and to share with all of you. She was just overwhelmed with gratitude and love. And so thank you all for allowing her to be here with you. And of course, continue to remember her. And Scott, and if you have a little bit of her.
Yeah,
show.
here's a little bit of the clip from when she was on the show a month ago.
Thank you. The angels for all of us is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Whoops. Here we go. Thank you, Lee. It was great to have you with us again.
We'll see you soon, Lee. And Scott, we have our next guest who I'm delighted to introduce, Michiko Ishikawa. Michiko has dedicated over 40 years of her life to create awareness about the emergence of the world teacher for the age of Aquarius and the practice of transmission meditation, a new form of meditation for world service. Michiko's journey began in 1980 when she first encountered the book by British artist and esotericist Benjamin Creme, The Reappearance of the Christ and the Masters of Wisdom. Initially skeptical about the authenticity of Creme's claims regarding the reappearance of the Christ in the modern world, she was nonetheless captivated by the central message of the book. And Michiko has traveled with Benjamin Creme, teaching around the world, translating for him all throughout Japan. And now she is bringing her messages from Benjamin Creme and Share International to Soul Search TV with her new Soul Search TV, The Promise. And we're excited to welcome you here, Michiko. And Scott, would you like to show a little bit of the video before we get started?
Let's do it.
The spiritual art and the prophetic message of Benjamin Creme, the awakening consciousness of humanity, and the presence of a world teacher among us today. I know you'll find this series enlightening and compelling. Join us for all 5 episodes.
I didn't know this information. And with the awareness of what's happening in the world, it'll be a very depressing world. That's what I'm hoping to be able to put a little light of hope in people's mind, even if their daily life may not change. When there is that hope, there's a big difference in the way they live. 2/3 of the world population live in poverty.
Mm-hmm.
So you see in the world now, a lot of people, everyone's, especially younger ones, progressive ones, working towards the transformation of the world, climate changes, ecological and peace sharing is the key to solve the problems of the world. But who would take it seriously? What if it's true that the great teachers like the Christ or Buddha were to come into the modern world now and guide and inspire humanity? Then proposition of sharing may not be too far-fetched.
Thank you.
That's so
Thank you,
cool.
Scott, for showing that. And welcome, Michiko. Welcome to the show.
Oh, let me.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am very happy to have this opportunity and to learn all these other people's what they have to present. I am not a healer in a professional.
I'm going to pause it there. Sorry, I've been kind of stumbling around trying to show this properly. But as we take a look at her, how amazing that right after being on the show, she left her body and passed. What a beautiful, bright light. And, you know, Tanjila, I'm curious what the Laughing Monk will say about this. I think sometimes people like your friend Michiko can do more work on the other side. And sometimes they leave their bodies at an early age so that they can guide us from the other side. I'm curious what either of you think about that.
We think when the body is left, then it's the end. But if we don't leave the body, then how we will get a fresh body? Also, before taking new birth, when we are into the ethereal or astral body, the capacity increases many-fold. And in that, the work, like in the fraction of a second from one side to another side, you can reach, you could guide, you could inspire. And that does not happen into the physical body.
Oh, thank you for that.
Beautiful. And I see some comments coming in. Scotty Satori saying, true legends that are in service never die. And Dr. Laura saying, Michiko now knows oneness with the divine. And yes, I'm sure she's involved with the evolution of humanity from the other side. So definitely, and I agree that now, as we all know, you know, our soul is eternal and continues evolving and continues on that onward journey. And Michiko had such a powerful mission on this planet. She was so devoted to creating this new earth of oneness, of sharing, of bringing in this new golden age for humanity as part of the Aquarian age. And a lot of people who have incarnated to usher in this time, there's also people who are exiting at this time to, like you said, Swamiji, continue that work in an even more powerful way. So, you know, how blessed are we to have experienced Michiko's power, and that we can continue to experience her wisdom, her grace, and her passion and commitment for this new Aquarian age that we're all entering into and co-creating this new earth together. And knowing we could watch her show, feel her energy and see the teachings, but also knowing that she is continuing to work with us and support us in this.
Yeah, it's almost as though she did her shows with you so she would have a legacy that can live on forever. So thank you for carrying on her legacy that way.
Oh, thank you. It was a true honor and a pleasure. And she definitely had that tenacity in her as she was filming the shows, as we were filming each episode, because she traveled, you know, all over the United States, all over the world with Benjamin Creme, sharing the messages of oneness and unity. And she felt like it was very important for her to really record all of this for posterity and for more and more people around the world to be able to share in. And she did that. And it was almost as if that was her final chapter. You know? And so what an honor and a blessing to be able to share with her in that experience and to share with all of you in that experience.
Beautiful. Is Mary Elizabeth with us?
Yes. So Mary Elizabeth, you want to come on in and say hello? And thank you, Swamiji.
Good to meet you. Thank you very much.
Have you back on in a little bit. Thank you for sharing.
See you soon.
And here we have Mary Elizabeth Radecki joining us. She is known as M.E. Mary Elizabeth, and she is the divine voice of we, our divine connection, source energy, also known as God. So Mary Elizabeth is a powerful channel, and she speaks her divine wisdom to really uplift us all and support us in harnessing our true power for our own personal empowerment and for global empowerment. So welcome, Mary
Exactly.
Elizabeth.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be in the presence of each and every one of you. And we are here because you are divine. The energy you hear, the knowledge you see is already the truth of you that we bring through. So please trust us when we say there is nothing that together you cannot do. Own this space, own this time, and embrace the light, and you'll be fine.
Oh, beautiful. And Mary Elizabeth, will you be doing personal readings for some of our audience members or a group channeling?
I am more than willing to do whatever you need me to. There are
Wow, isn't that wonderful? So if anybody in our audience would like a personal reading, immediately raise your hand. If you do it like I just did, then that'll bring you to the front of my screen. And we'll see if anybody would like to receive some personal support from Mary Elizabeth. Eleanor, Joy, and Ian are raising their hands. So I'm going to add you. I see Ian raising his physical hand.
I
So
can see you. What a blessing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm blind. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Eleanor Joy, can we start with you, my dear?
No.
No?
Ian.
Okay. Okay, Ian, we're going to start with you, though. Eleanor Joy, we have something to say. But we'll go with Ian because just as equally blessed are you. May we ask you what area you'd like to address?
I would like to expand my consciousness and love for all.
Okay, let us just say this, and let us say this to each and every one of you. Love for all begins with love for self. You cannot truly love another until you truly love the divine energy that is you, until you accept yourself in this space of energy where you hold that light, that truth. What we will say to most human beings, and we're going to say this to you, to think that you need to connect, you're already there. You have already stepped into the level of consciousness, but you are very aware of the voice in your head. Is that not true? That says you have more to do.
Yes.
We promise you. There is no more to do than to own the space that you are the light that God has brought through, specifically as Ian. Do you understand what we mean? There's no one else in the world who can do you as beautifully as you. There's no one else who comes together energetically as you. And because of that, only you can impact the world with great promise, great integrity, because that is the word we highly recommend you understand is your truth. And embracing that light, embracing that truth, because you speak truth above all else. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And when you allow that through, you allow others to live in their divine. You allow others to embrace their truth and not be afraid to open to that energy, to increase your awareness, which is really more so what we believe you are searching to do. It's taking the time in each and every moment you see to stop and take a breath and allow your truth to lead, allow yourself to connect to the energy. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Do you do breath work now?
I do meditate. Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, so you do meditation, but breath work is slightly different. And what we mean by that, there's one trick that we'd like to teach to all of you. So if you don't mind sharing this moment, Ian, with us so that you can help the others in the room. And what we'd like you to do, watch me for one moment, and then we're going to ask you to do it with us too. We want you to take a breath in, and then we will tell you, Ian, you got your breath to your hips. We want you to push it through to your feet. But did you notice where Emmy melted into the energy? When you melt into the energy through breath, you are fully connecting to the breath of God. Do you understand what we mean? There is no thought, there is nothing but breath. And in that breath is the divine. In that space of life force, you can open and expand your mind. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So let's try it again. Everybody ready? Take a deep breath in and then slowly release. Ian, you got that to your calves. Great job. You move the energy right through, and as you do, you also remove the toxicity that causes physical impairment. Does that make sense to say? It helps to release the toxicity and create a space of awareness with you. And in that breath, what we ask you to do when you are done breathing is say, in this moment in time, am I okay? In this moment in time, how do I feel? How did that breath make you feel?
Very grounded and relaxed.
Exactly. And when you are in that space energetically, you are connecting to the full source of your divine being. And that is what you're asking to do. How do I connect to the higher consciousness? How do I connect to all other human beings? And it is through breath. And one of the things we will highly recommend you all do, everybody knows to capture their energy. All they need to do is play with their hands. Does that make sense? You can either rub them together, expand in and out. Eleanor Joy, that was great, reminding us, but you want to tap into your energy field and play with it. And as you play, you are actually pulling in the energy of all of humanity. You see, this is the globe that you are holding here. This is the energy force all condensed in your hands. So when you want to focus your attention, focus it there, but play. Today is a great day to play. Today is the day that joy comes through. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing but healing here. And then we ask that you bring the energy into you, allowing yourself this moment of peace. Can you feel that? And then release. And as you do, you have connected to all of humanity, those in the room and those on Zoom, as well as those across the oceans that you cannot even see.
Thank you and blessings.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Can you would you be willing to provide for one more person?
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to bring Diane up. She's got her hand up. Hi, Diane, you're on camera.
Hello, Diane. How
Mary
are
Elizabeth.
you? You were vibrating for me, so I knew it was going to be you. So what can we help you with, my dear? What is your question here? I cannot hear.
Diane, we still can't hear you. You're not muted, but you need to. Diane, we can't hear you. So if you can go into your audio settings and make sure that that works. Otherwise, I think what we're going to do is while she works on that, we'll maybe have Diane work with someone else. Pat had her hand up. So Pat, I'm going to bring you up and you're on with Mary Elizabeth.
Hello? Can I just tell you, you look like my aunt.
Oh, really?
Yes. So you just brought a smile to my heart. So thank you.
Oh, I'm so welcome. Is there a message from the universe for me?
There's always a message, my dear, and sometimes, just sometimes you hear it and you don't believe it. Does that make sense to you? You have a thought, you have an emotion come through and you think, no, that can't be true. First and foremost,
I kind of feel it. And if it doesn't feel right, I breathe through my heart and just release it.
Yeah, but here's the interesting aspect of you. You hold a lot of energy of truth, but sometimes, just sometimes you question you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What we want you to do is when you feel the energy, bring it in, and this is going to sound a weird way to say this, regurgitate it out in voice. Does that make sense? So if it's a feeling of anxiety, go, ah! Oh, the whole room just vibrated. I'm sorry, it startled me. If it's a space of joy, giggle. Do you understand what we mean? Allow the
be vocal, be more vocal.
Yes, give it voice. Because here's the thing. You have
That
many
was my guidance to do that, to be vocal.
Yes, you have many angels around you, and angels work from breath and voice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
So open yourself to that energy, because you still have a lot to give and a lot to share, and you're here to speak, my dear. So allow yourself to do that.
And that was my feelings too, that exactly what you're telling me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's coming forward. Yeah.
Yes. So
Thank you so much.
let it spill out. Be like Emmy, she talks to herself all the time. It's crazy. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm honored.
Great. Thank you so much, Mary Elizabeth. And
Thanks.
let's see, we'll try Diane one more time and see if she's able to get her audio to work. Hi, Diane.
Hi. Sorry, I don't know. Is it working yet?
Yes, it is. Now we hear you.
It is perfect.
To get my voice working. I'm just whatever. You
Okay,
have.
part of the message, and you're going to laugh when we say this to you, but it's
Wonderful.
the space of speaking your truth. It's the space of using your voice. It's the space of stop. We don't mean to be rude, but stop playing the background. Do you understand what we mean?
I do, definitely.
Allow yourself to be front and center. Allow yourself to demand what you need. Does that make sense to you? Because you are one who gives endlessly, but you don't always allow yourself to receive. But in part, you've forgotten how to ask. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
So now ask. What is it you would like, my dear?
A lot. Yeah.
If you could have one question answered for you in this moment, what would it be?
Will I be able to achieve my dreams?
Yes. Do you see? Right there. Yes. Yes. The only one stopping you right now is you, my dear. So ask for help. Give yourself permission to speak your truth and own that space of energy, and give yourself congratulations every time you do. Do the high five in the mirror if you need to. Do you understand? Yeah. But dance and sing, because you have a beautiful voice, my dear. Let it come through. And we're giving you a little big, big hug. And Emmy makes everyone cry, so it's her gift.
I need them too.
Yeah.
Time to. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, Mary Elizabeth. It's wonderful to have you on the show again.
Pleasure.
Remind people that she has a wonderful website, and it's easy to remember it. It's IamMaryElizabeth.me. IamMaryElizabeth.me, and that's where you can find all sorts of wonderful things with this wonderful, amazing person. And people can get private readings with you, correct?
Yes, I do private readings, I do coaching sessions, and I'm actually starting a new program on Monday that is a coaching mentoring session, which is a group coaching that is 4 months worth of time, and it's an investment in self to help you connect to your purpose, your passion, and your calling.
And where will I'm gonna go back to your website briefly, and let me know where do we find that on your website?
The page you're on is just the invitation, and then when you go down, there's a space you can click to that gives all the, like, see, yes, I'm ready, right there.
click there.
Yeah, click there and it takes you to the purchase, but the next page, you can go back. There's another button that takes you to the full explanation, or it's the next page in the thing, which I think is called, I don't remember now.
Okay, well, want to encourage everybody to scroll around and look. And also a reminder that everybody you're seeing tonight, you can find on Soul Search, because Soul Search is the directory for amazing psychics, healers, readers. And this, of course, is Mary Elizabeth's page on Soul Search. And this is a good way, too, because on most of the Soul Search pages like this one, you can send a message to Mary Elizabeth or whoever you're wanting to connect with, or even see her phone number. So,
Call me, I'm easy. I may not answer right away, but I'll always get back to you if you leave a message.
fantastic. Mary Elizabeth, thank you so, so much.
Yeah, thank you, my friend.
Oh, that was so beautiful, as always. Thank you so much, Mary Elizabeth. And thank you all. I think you all get to see, feel, and experience the power of me and we. And thank you for sharing your gifts with all of us. What a
And thank
blessing.
you for sharing your questions and your soul with me. I appreciate it.
Thank
Everything
you.
you shared with everyone was also resonating for the rest of us as
Exactly.
well.
That's the amazing thing. When people come together, they all have the same need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Each other in love and grace. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary Elizabeth.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. Tanjila, it's that time. We're going to get to hear Kenta Hayashi play. So to introduce our friend from Japan, we're going to go to his soul brother in Colorado, Omashar.
That is me, and what a privilege and an honor it is to introduce my new brother Kenta Hayashi, and maybe we can bring him on right now and have us double up for a moment, Scott, please, if you can find
Absolutely, you got it.
There he is, and welcome, young man.
Hello, everybody.
And
so
he's
happy
just
to be
back from
here.
a European tour. He's a world traveler. He's just done a very successful tour in Europe. And I'm just going to read. Kenta and I just recently played in Peru last November at a gathering with Starborn, which is headed by Solara Anemanaku. And it was in honor, let's say, of the return of the energy of the dragon to this planet, to help the transformation and to help us find and feel our own power. And I'm just going to read this little blurb about Kenta. And he plays everything from the most subtle meditation music to the most outrageous ecstatic dance. There's a website that Scott will put into the chat box, which is kentahayashi.com, and it shows some of the work that he's done. It is beyond words, but his mission is to deliver love and light to the world via healing music. He has many songs using solfeggio frequencies, and he creates an orchestra of sound by layering vocals and guitar and effects and percussion. The result is a fusion of transformational journeys surrounded by soundscapes and harmonic overtones riding on a rhythmic foundation. Kenta focuses on the vibration of music, creating resonance within the natural frequency of water in our bodies, resulting in a wonderful healing meditational process. And he performs regularly throughout the world. And as I said, he's just returned from a successful solo and tour with his band. And I believe he did some recording in Amsterdam. And he also produces electronic music. I'm almost done with the blurb. As he travels, recording various sounds, for instance, different languages, natural sounds, and random noises, which he combines with the powerful energy of his live performance. And that's the blurb. And Kenta, it's really great that you're going to be here playing with us.
Thanks so much.
Tonight. And
so happy to be here.
Yes. And so Kenta created a song called The White Dragon. He's going to be with us twice tonight. His second song is going to be a total rock out, ecstatic dance fusion thingy. So get on your dancing shoes, or I don't know, actually take off your clothes. And but this one is called The White Dragon that he's going to perform for us. Remember to turn on your original sound again on the front thing. And it's a meditational piece. It's 7-8 minutes long, and it's a build. So remember just to take a few deep breaths, go inside and close your eyes or whatever. And Kenta, over to you, brother.
Thank you so much. It's all live looping. No prepared sound. I record and loop one tone by one tone. And I'm going to use 432 Hertz tuning. So it's very healing. So please enjoy. So should I start now?
Yes.
The song? Okay. I'll change the setting now.
So I'll go to gallery view and give some twinkles to our brother from Japan. Wow. That guitar is so beautiful, Kenta. And I'm going to read to you some of the comments coming in from our audience and then hear what Omashar has to say.
Thank you so much.
Reverend Jeffrey writes, wow, very amazing. I loved it. George Noble says, yes, such very good guitar. Carol Craig, wow.
Thank you
Dr. Laura writes,
so much.
Kenta, this is wonderful. The building musical
Thank
conversation
you so much.
is superb. Thank you. And
Arigato.
on. So lots of beautiful comments.
Mhm.
I'll turn it over to your brother, Omashar.
Thank you, Kenta. It's absolutely amazing. Kenta played that on the top of a sacred mountain through a little tiny speaker in I forget where it was. It was phenomenal. But anyway, I know we're at the end of our time for this little section. What is that little instrument that you play?
This it's called Min from Japan.
Yes.
It's like a new version of shamisen. You know, shamisen like a geisha used to play, and 3 strings, but it's like a new version.
Okay. I did not know that, so you're educating me. Thank you. And so, thank you, brother. We shall see you in a little while with
thank you so much.
An ecstatic dance song.
Rocking. Arigato.
Mike?
He's got a beautiful website. It's his name, kentahayashi.com. Kentahayashi.com. And there's some beautiful, there's where they
that's
were.
That's one from Peru, Sacred Valley at the Solara's house, actually.
Exactly. So there's some beautiful videos here that we can watch and enjoy. Not now, because you want to stay on the Awakening World. But later on tonight, definitely go to kentahayashi.com and check out all of his wonderful offerings. And we'll see you in a little while, Kenta. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Namaste. All right. I'm going to go back to our wonderful co-host who's got not one, but 2 people with her, including a husband. Welcome back to the show, Charlie.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
So I have here with me Charlie Lamson and Maria Eleonora Spanks, who has been here with us all day at the Santa Monica event. Maria Eleonora was with us on the last show. She is an amazing Reiki practitioner, as well as channel and spiritual teacher, as well as someone who translates spiritual books into Portuguese and Spanish. And she has some amazing books here. And she actually does her sessions in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. So I just wanted to welcome Maria Leonora, and she wanted to share a Reiki blessing with all of us.
Hello, everyone. It's a blessing. You just said blessing, but it's a double blessing to be here with all of you. It's like I felt so connected. It's like I felt I met a family. It's like a real family, just like in Brazil. I have 11 kids, so big families. And I would like to share with you a Reiki release. It will be quick, but I invite everyone to sit comfortably, close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, hold, and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in. One more time, breathe in. Visualize the Milky Way galaxy, this wonderful disk, horizontal disk of light. Zoom in the central sun and visualize a photon belt traveling through space, going through the Sirius stars, and giving a complete loop around Alcyone. enbathing our solar system completely as being the eighth star of the Pleiadian system. Feel a tingling in your heads, in your crown chakra. This light, the photon belt light, is touching your head, and it will grow to move through all cells of your body. And you release all tension, all fear, all doubt, all anger, all thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, that's not in alignment with love, will be pushing down from your body. Visualize a massive amount of that light moving through your head, through all cells of your head. Keep in mind that's going through all layers of your being, not only the physical. It's moving through your head and pushing all that negativity, all that low vibration energy down, moving through your neck and shoulders, going all the way through your arms. Bring it back to your neck. It's going down to your throat, your heart, all your internal organs, moving down to your hips, your legs, your knees, and get released through your feet and completely disappearing in the layer of sand, completely alchemized by our Mother Gaia. Now embrace that feeling of peace, serenity, prosperity, joy, love, unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion towards yourself, and extend towards everyone. Now I'll count from 1 to 3, and you may come back. 3, wiggle your fingers. 2, wiggle your toes. 1, come back to your body. And over.
Thank you.
That was a quick one.
Thank you so much. And I'd love for people to put into the chat box what you might have experienced. So anybody who had an experience, and if you want to share your experience verbally, just raise your hand. Again, if you click like that, that'll bring you right to the front of my screen, and then I'll know that you wish to share your experience.
Jeffrey Colebrook saying love. Dayara saying, was it good for you? Yes. Sweet tingling from Carol Craig. So thank you so much, Maria, for sharing this and helping us to release and let go and alchemize all of those energies. And Christine Hodel saying sweet, smooth, and Janet Catalina saying eye peace. Beautiful.
And I have a secret. I was initiated in Reiki, but if you do in your one, it will work too.
Yeah.
So I invite each one of you, just sit back any time of your day and do that visualization and intention, and you're gonna see, wow, I think I can hear myself too.
Beautiful. I want to let people know that, again, you can find her on Soul Search, as you can find all the people you're seeing tonight. And again, it's Maria Eleonora, Eleonora. And if you find her on Soul Search, I've put that into the chat box. But for all of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, go to soulsearch.io, put in Maria Eleonora, and she'll come right up for you. And you can contact her, and she provides beautiful Reiki therapy, channeling, and long-distance healing, energy healing. So thank you for...
In Spanish.
Yes.
Great, great. So for all of our Spanish-speaking friends as well.
And Portuguese. So
And
we
Portuguese.
have trilingual healer here.
Yes, that's my call.
It is truly, we are the global peace tribe, right? We've got Kenta from Japan. We've got the Laughing Monk from the Himalayas. We've got Omashar from England. We've got Tanjila from everywhere. And Eleonora from
Brazil.
Brazil.
In the US. I just need to share one thing that today I reached 1,000 subscribers in my YouTube channel.
Woo!
I started 3 years ago and I'm 1,000 subscribers now.
Amazing, amazing.
If you want to make me like 1,010 or 1,012, just type the awakening path altogether. You're gonna see, and you'll see that 1,000 subscribers. So you are in the right place.
And go ahead and subscribe to Maria Eleonora's channel on YouTube. And I have a great interview with Maria Eleonora on the channel as well. So check it out.
There is an amazing meditation in the end that I posted separated too.
Thank you.
It's really good. And very soon I'm gonna have Charlie on my YouTube channel with a soul activation.
Beautiful. Well, we're gonna hear directly from Charlie in a moment, but before that, we have something very special. So first of all, thank you very much, Maria. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year. Go ahead.
It is my honor and excitement to bring one of our favorite global peace tribers. He's been with us all the way from Saturday Night Live for the Global Peace Tribe. Everybody loves Swami Advaitananda is with us. Welcome, Swami.
Well, thank you so much for welcoming me. I am very inspired. I was really inspired by the Laughing Monk. The whole idea of bilocation, I've actually tried it. And I have to tell you, when I first bilocated, I was beside myself with excitement. Speaking of bilocation, 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'm going to be at all places at once. We're going to be doing a special event, Scott, with Awakening World, with the wonderful musician Kristen Hoffman. It's called Love, Laughter, and Music. And this is a great opportunity for people to love, to laugh, and to play music. Thank you for putting that up there. Yes. And, these are very, very challenging times. We've been talking about the age of Aquarius. Well, currently, we're not quite there. We're still in the age of nefarious for a bit. Somebody asked me, are we almost done with Kali Yuga? I have to say we're right on the cusp, and we're in this phase called Border Kali Yuga right now. And at a time like this, it's very, very important to laugh. That is very powerful, very important, because again, all the seriousness in the world is in serious condition because of our conditioning to be seriously. So what we have right now is a great opportunity to laugh together, because it certainly is better than crying separately. We call it the great upwising, where we wake up and we wise up together. Now, people love to laugh. Here's an amazing fact. You probably didn't know this, but in America, there are over 2,000 comedy clubs, and yet there's not one tragedy club. Imagine that. So it's very important that people want to laugh, and laughter helps us uplift. When the world is serious, when we're in a grave situation, levity helps us overgrow gravity. So people say, Swami, I want to uplift the planet. I want to uplift humanity. And their face would look like this. Okay, well, begin by uplifting the corners of your mouth into a smile. This is called the levitational push, the levitational pull, yes? And with levity lifts us up off of the battlefield and gives us a higher point of view. And above the battlefield, we see there are no sides, only angles. And when we see things from the right angle, we're all on the same side. We're all one with the same one, the universal oneness. The universe has us surrendered, may as well surrender. the universal oneness. If I'm one, you're one too. And this is how we can deal with all of these vexing situations, or the new word, situations we are facing on the planet, like climate change. The way that we deal with climate change, political climate change, warmer hearts, cooler heads. That is the secret. We all have to go to a place to find peace. And so how many people, I wonder, practice mindfulness? I go to the prayer channel. Have you been to the prayer channel? Everybody, it's radically inclusive. The Atheist Hour on Prayer Channel, it's amazing. I watched the Atheist Hour. It was so quiet, you can hear an opinion drop. So anyway, I hope that you'll join us in 2 weeks. Scott may tell you a little bit more about this. But until then, I have to say namaste and namasko. Goodbye.
Well, I want to thank you, Swami, and give my best to your buddy, Steve. Definitely somebody that we love and appreciate very much. And I want to, behind every great Swami, there's a Trudy. And so I want to acknowledge Trudy's in the house. She takes good care of, now I got to be honest, Trudy, we have big thinking here. We have some people that are open relators, and I understand that Trudy is in a menage a trois with Steve Bierman and Swami Advaitananda, that you have two men or two beings that you are sharing love with. So I appreciate your open mind for that, and it makes all safe.
Thank you, Scott, for all that you're doing to bring us all together at this key time it's beyond history. It's like, in the world, it's like the whole, all that is timelessness. Thank you so much for bringing us all together here.
Thank you. My pleasure, Trudy. Thank you very much. And a reminder, everybody, that put it in your calendars. I see that a couple of you already said you have put it in your calendars. Sunday, April 13th, that's 2 weeks from tomorrow, at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And Kristen is going to play and provide several musical numbers. Swami is going to provide wit and wisdom. And I'll just do something around love. It's going to be a beautiful sacred Sunday. It's Palm Sunday, the week before Easter Sunday. So that's going to be kind of a magical moment for us all to share together. And
there we go. This is for Palm Sunday.
I'm going to have to put the camera back on you for people to see that one. Hang on, Palm Sunday is just like that. There you go. Palm Sunday will be a fun day. It'll be Palm Fun Day. Thank you, Swami. Stick around because we've got a great show. And now we get to go to one of my favorite people and one of my favorite couples. Here's Charlie and his beautiful bride, my co-host, Tanjila.
Hi, how is everybody doing? And yeah, it's great to be on the show again, Scott. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I'd be willing to take some questions if anybody wanted some quick readings, or if anybody has any questions about what's going on. I've been very tapped into the ascended realms of doing some talks. I took a lot of questions today during my talk. My talk turned into mostly a Q&A, and it was very inspiring. Very quickly, the energy's coming in. It's a lot of power coming in because of the eclipses and things like this. So if anybody has any questions or wants to get a quick reading, I'm open to that. And while you bring people in, I just want to really envelop everybody in a flowing diamond white light, a very silky white light, just to flow through your system and through your body, and just know that whenever you're talking to me, this cosmic light of the great central sun is continuously flowing, and it knows nothing but perfection. All the emotions, all the distortions can just be washed away down into the earth, and you can just enjoy yourself and know that this is a very unique time. And this is something we don't need hours and hours of visualization. You can invoke this cosmic ray from the great central sun and qualify it through the ascended host and the angelic host. And you don't even have to worry about qualifying it through the human condition. Just let it flow.
All right, well, we definitely, so everybody put out your questions. Lorna, I'll go to you in a moment, But the first question is from Susan Bloomquist asking, can you tell us a bit about the eclipses?
And Scott, I'll just do a little intro for Charlie, unless you wanted to do one.
No, oh, that's right. We did. Well, I thought knowing that he's your husband would be enough. But, I'll say something about Charlie. Charlie's tapped in. Charlie's one of those people. He is a clear channel for spirit to flow through. And what I've experienced with Charlie is he has the ability to really tap in, similar to our friends, the Twin Ray. He's someone who's very, very connected to what's going on in the big picture. So that's why I love having Charlie on the show. And I'll turn it over to Tanjila for whatever she wants to add. What's something that only you know about Charlie?
Not everything.
Something that so Charlie, obviously he's my husband, but he's also an incredible mastery teacher, intuitive counselor, ascended master and angelic channel and guide, and holy fire healer. And he really works with the sacred flames to transmute karma and energies that no longer serve, to support people in their awakening and in their true empowerment and transformation. And I think what people don't know is that he has someone who's actually experienced the power of what he teaches, because he completely transformed his life through the power of working with the sacred flames. For a long time, he thought he was the only one on this planet, because all of his best friends were Kuan Yin, Buddha, Archangel Michael, Jesus, and the angels. And those were your best friends. And it was only after he met me, he realized there were so many other healers on the planet. He had no idea. So now he has so many beautiful friends and community like you. Of course, he still has his beautiful friends, Kuan Yin, Yeshua, Mother Mary, and so many more. But now you have friends in the physical as well, Charlie. So I'll let you guys take it away. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, so with the question about the eclipses, I definitely have tapped in and seen that this is a lot of energy, especially with this thing that we've just gone through with the lunar eclipse and then jumping right into the solar eclipse. I know it's been a massive purifier, I guess you could say, definitely in my life. So I can only imagine it's been in everybody else's lives, of really pulling up a lot of subconscious and subatomic disharmonious energy within me, especially through that last lunar eclipse. And moving in today, I feel a lot of fire, a lot of energy really moving through me that needs to get grounded into the earth. The earth is really speeding up. I think she's speeding up her timeline for her purification process, and it requires those of us that are aware to be grounding this energy that's ultimately it's coming from within us down into the physical earth. But as you purify and it's raising your vibration through these eclipses, it's important to be thinking about what you want, to hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. Be aware of things you don't condone, but let it go, and just keep visualizing, keep talking about what you want, not about what you don't want. This is the time that I believe that a lot of the old masters would talk about as a tribulatory time, which is not judgment. This is, everything is happening so fast that as you think and speak things, it's like coming into your life. So you want to be very cautious, especially on these days, to balance your energy and maybe even journal, do something, think about like your heaven on earth. What would your heaven be when you wash away all the programming of what you think is possible?
Okay, thank you. Well, Lorna Sass has a question, and I'm going to actually bring her on camera to ask you. So here's Lorna.
Hi, Lorna.
Hi. Good to be with you. Tell me if this question is too general, too generous. What is mine to do?
What is mine to do? To stay at peace. Your angel, everything around you is like you're building up a field around you to stay at peace no matter what is happening. It is no longer worrying about what you're doing. It's about like how you're being right now. It's so important because there's a lot of energies that are not necessarily yours that are harmonizing right now. Okay. And you're made, as the world is speeding up her timelines, there will be a shaking to like wake people up, I guess you could say, sort of, certain things that make people have to see things that they haven't wanted to look at for thousands of years. Okay. And you're being put in a position of being able to maintain peace. And this is where it is very important to go above it, just like the Swami was saying, to look up from the higher spot. The higher vision is like not to see the sides, but the angles. And like there's something to this. We get programmed to choose one side or the other, and you have something within you that can neutralize that and come into the atonement, the at-one-ment that everything is you. So there's really nothing to get upset at. And it's like, as you become aware of these reactions, things that do get you upset or things you don't want to see, and you can keep harmonizing into peace, your endocrine system is beginning to change. Okay, the adrenaline, the cortisol is beginning to alchemize out of you, which will ultimately make you more healthy and less stressful, and also send more dopamine and endorphins from your physical body back in through, so you can actually feel like you embody grace, and no matter what's happening outside here won't rock you. Okay, and people will feel that, and the higher light and that higher vibration always has victory over fear and darkness. Okay, so when people feel like they have a fear of the economy or feel a fear of politics or all of these things, you're going to be able to hold this like energy, and I believe you're already beginning to do it, that is going to emanate out to everything around you. So what yours is right now is to master that peace, to be unwavering and unbreakable in every way, even like be a warrior.
May I ask you another question that's related?
Sure.
So I see and hear what you're saying, but being an empath and super HSP, what happens is I have not found a way to protect myself from any old thing, really. And before I know it, I'm woozy. And I do see things. I do see what I'll call the truth, just for shorthand. But I do lose it. Do you have any suggestions for staying in that? Because I have found it difficult to.
But it's important to not judge yourself for like feeling woozy. The highest masters on earth lose it sometimes. Like it's because it's just like, what is it all for? And don't worry, you're not like alone in this, and it's happening organically. There's nothing really to do except your awareness. As far as the protection, what that cosmic ray that comes over you, that's like a diamond white light, you can tone the I am that I am and invoke it. Say it right out loud. I am the cosmic ray from the great central sun, like a silky white snowy energy that moves through your emotions, your mind, and your physical body. It's going to become like second nature. So no matter where you go, you'll be visualizing yourself in this tube of light. And it's very powerful and it's very fast acting. This will hold you, and so you can become aware of what's coming up out of you or what you're reading from other people. Your veils are being lifted very quickly, much quicker than those around you. So be patient also when you're trying to like show somebody something, okay? Because it's like their soul's not ready to record it yet. Like you could literally lay legal documents that you found and be like, this is what's going on, and then it would be like blank pieces of paper to them. Okay, so just be patient and you're actually expanding the revelations that you're getting through osmosis, so that when it is time for them to have to process, when their head is getting pulled out of the sand, which one way, shape, or form has to happen. Okay, just know that everybody has to wake up at some point. And by osmosis, you're giving them the actual seeds. And when you can learn how to cast the judgment out of you, it does not mean you condone the bad behavior, condone the things that have been perpetrated against humanity and all of these things. But this means that you're giving it to the divine, because And when you learn how to do this, you stay at more peace. It opens you up to your higher self much more. And then people, it also goes into other people's in their aura, like puzzle pieces. And one by one, they'll start seeing things, and they'll be able to turn to you and be like, how did you get through that? How do you know this? And you'd be like, oh yeah, but then you'll just be able to breadcrumb them out of it, but it's not going to rock you anymore. All right. That rocking is like you've gone through the shaking and revelations ahead of most people around you. So, but that's divinely orchestrated. But that tube of light, the diamond white tube of light, and also the violet flame, fill that tube every once in a while with an ultraviolet, like a beaming ultraviolet ray, and just and bathe in it for 5 minutes a couple times a day. Know and trust that your imagination is not make-believe. When you visualize and you command, you've got higher dimensional frequencies that have to answer your call. They must. You are the commander.
Beautiful. I'm going to remove, thank you, Lorna, because we've got a couple of other things for you. Since you talked about the great central sun, there's a question from Dia Therese asking, is the great central sun that you speak of located in the center of our Milky Way galaxy? And does it depend on a certain age level of a galaxy? And I'll just add, tell us more about what the central sun actually is and what that really all means.
The great central sun is the entity that is like where the Big Bang stems from, that all the expansion of the universe is coming from. It's universal. Every galaxy also has a central sun that gives birth to solar suns and star systems. The great central sun is where everything in this universe came. It's the 0 point for all of creation, and yet it is a place that's just very high dimensional. But this is where Alpha and the Omega come from. This is where all the powers, all the frequencies that we use to create within this universe come from on every dimension.
Okay, and then kind of a follow-up question, and then we're going to go to a session for Omashar, a reading for Omashar. By the way, Ayada wrote, I just love this message from Charlie. So soothing and reassuring. So thank you for that. Let me find that question. The real question I want to ask, coming from Dia, is how does all that you're saying fit with the magnetic pole shift, the crust and mantle separating the Earth, shifting 90 degrees, the 12,000-year reset? Like, these are all different things that are out there in the possibilities, different timelines. What do you see?
We've unified. When I say that things have accelerated, I believe Mother Earth is like accelerating her plan. She is kind of bottlenecking a lot of timelines that have gone into an organic timeline, and yet it needs to, like, she's resurrecting, like a reincarnation. We hear people talk about the new Earth and stuff. This is also a physical event as well, and sometime in as far as my guides have shown, we're going to have another Passover of like Shiva, or the same Passover that the Israelites experienced in Egypt. Okay, this is like an asteroid that will go through, and it adjusts the magnetic field. It may even come so close to Earth that it like goes underneath satellites. But this will move the South Pole to somewheres, I believe. I mean, to my vision is somewheres like in the ocean off of South Africa, and the North Pole will shift over into like somewhere north of Hawaii, or something. There will be a shift, but it's not going to be a cataclysm. It's important to know that, because it feels a lot in the energy bodies like it felt when we had the cataclysms before. It's like a divine timing thing. But it is something to, don't put any fear into it. This is the Earth like restructuring. There's like a whole nother matrix. We've been operating on a magnetic grid system, which has held us in that third dimensional matrix. And so all the ley lines, all of these things must change, because all the power structures that have held those things together have crystallized. So the way the Earth resets this is collapses those grid lines, the ley lines, and and moves into another matrix, a higher matrix, which will be our next experience for evolution on the earth. And that's what's coming. And it is magnetic in nature. It's electromagnetic fields of energy, but we're moving from like a dial-up internet to high-speed fiber optics. But it takes this kind of shift, like a surge of energy of this electromagnetic force. And so this being that's like an asteroid comes through the universe when Mother Earth calls him. I mean, she literally is calling this this body. They call it Shiva. Many different traditions call it different things. I think the Celtics called it the Shiva the Destroyer, but it's not destroyer like a cataclysm. This is something else that one day will come to pass. Nobody knows the day or the hour, but we do know that we have collectively agreed to never do a cataclysm again. So there may be a shaking of the earth. There's going to be definite earth changes. Some of the new continents are going to start forming, but it's not going to be like a flood, something that's going to clear the earth and do that kind of stuff. You'll see some of the people that are kind of tapped into that kind of stuff. A lot of certain societies that have, they go ahead and prepare these different kind of bunkers and all this kind of stuff and underground cities, but you don't need to worry about this. Everyone here will be at the right place at the right time. You'll just find yourself on vacation, and then you'll see, if you were living somewhere that like there was going to be a tsunami or something like this, you'll just find yourself like, just not joyously on vacation somewhere else where that doesn't happen, so it's like but it will be a shaking. There's going to be, it's affecting a lot of things, economies and systems. All the old foundations are being torn down right now globally. This isn't just America. This is a global event. And so Mother Earth, I feel, is like really preparing to bring her resurrection back into fruition.
All right. Well, Diara says that she's really feeling what you've been talking about. So thank you for that. And so we're going to actually have a couple of personal readings. And our beloved Omashar has requested one. And I think it's the first time in 3 years he's asked to get a reading from one of our
This is very true. This is Charlie, you rock, brother. I totally concur with everything. And I feel as the Earth goes through her changes, the same is happening with me. And I am being pushed to do less and less so I can be silent and empty enough to allow the change to happen and allow the Christ consciousness and the Divine Mother to start emanating through me. And it's not like I'm having a hard time. It's just, it would be nice just to hear perhaps a little bit of a reading on how I'm doing, something like that.
You are doing very well. You're actually being asked to, are you familiar with the 33 words of resurrection from the Radiant Rose?
Yes. I actually just was up with the Radiant Rose Academy last weekend at the Resurrection Conclave, and so that was a nice top up for me.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure they must have spoke. They want you to follow through with like singing. You are a musician and singer. Like pick a few words a day and sing them and read the definition of the words. Okay, like the Atona, Consumata.
Yes, I get what you're saying. It's actually the 33 sacred geometries.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about.
So keep doing this. It's doing something to your. This is helping you embody that Christ consciousness. I love where you're at. I love this like backdrop you've got is like definitely speaking. Everything you're doing is very right. We never understand how far we've come until we like look back in hindsight. I know we all want that like where am I there yet? But like, you got to remember, it's like a ebb and a flow for a while as you go through the purification process. But your guides are very adamant that you're right on point. You're listening. You are hearing everything, and you're taking the inspired action, whether it be to rest, to be silent, know when to speak, and know when to be silent. They're saying all of these things. So your mastery is what's working now. There's something with Saturn. Maybe look up, I don't know, what are those astrologers that tell you where to live?
Astrocartography.
Astrocartography. Find out where your Saturn line is. Your Saturn line, you'll see it runs through the world at certain points. Maybe to visit, and this is really working you with a structure of your discipline and your mastery. Okay, but you are a master, and you're just remembering. Okay, you're not really having to learn. So you go absorb the energies with the masters when you go up with the Radiant Rose or any other teachings you're getting. I would also go back and reread, if you haven't already, the regular discourse, the I Am discourses. Go right back and do the Unveiled Mysteries again. It's just like scripture. You kind of go back through the I Am teachings and you're like, oh, I missed that. Like you're going to see how far you've come, the way you can actually comprehend how the words are worded about I am the cosmic sacred fire of mastery, of peace. And, you're going to understand the alchemy and the vibration that's coming through you on a higher degree. And to remember, you are remembering to radiate this. Okay. You are coming into your mastery to radiate this. There's no, to keep just being you and just keep radiating that light, just like you have in that backdrop you have, like coming out of your head.
So Charlie, what I'm doing is I'm finding that I know that for total mastery, I need to feel everything that I am imbibing, let's say, or remembering. And I'm just wondering if you have any tips on how me within this male incarnation can start feeling more. It's not that I'm an unfeeling being, but I think I've been through so many bummer situations in my life that there's a little kind of icing around my heart, which I really want to feel what I'm thinking, what I'm imbibing with conscious teachings, because I know so much of it is mental, and we know that the mental needs the magnetic feeling to put it out into actuation in this world. So I think you got something there.
They're asking, and this might not make much sense, but to gaze in a mirror, with a flame, not a false light, something that's steady, like a flame or sunlight. But I think it's more like a fire, like put a fire as a light that's a steady flame, and gaze at yourself, like look into your own eyes in a mirror, like a makeup mirror, and start saying, I love you. I love you, because this is like you're speaking to all of the earth and all of your body through this. It's a practice. And also like the hand on the heart, both try different ones, left and right. It's a practice that will open, because your kundalini is open. Like it's going to move up and start expanding your heart. And also to keep go dive for light, I guess you could say. Start hunting down the things that you still carry judgment over, that you still are having a reaction of. Even run scenarios in your mind. If somebody said this to me, what would I think? Run those and go dark. Go as dark as you can. Like you've just heard the worst news that could ever happen, and be like, am I okay? Start it's like remembering there's a difference between empathy and sympathy. Yes. You're supposed to eradicate sympathy out of your consciousness. This is black magic. Okay. Empathy is like rising like the phoenix and understanding what you're doing. Do you cast sympathy on yourself, or do you empathize with yourself?
Yeah, no, that's a great discernment there. Thank you, Charlie. I get it. I received it. Thank you, brother.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Charlie, do you have the energy for one more person?
Yeah, no, I could go all night, but
okay, well, here's your all-night partner, besides Tanjila. This is our good friend Kiki, and Kiki's one of our favorite global peace drivers.
Kiki.
And Kiki, you need to unmute, dear.
Got it. All right. Thank you. Hi, Charlie, Tanjila. I'm not sure what to ask. Is that my life is changing rapidly, I think, all of a sudden. And I think it's the energies that are going on with the moon and the eclipse. And I have felt very energetic and creative where other people are feeling more pushed down or something. I'm the opposite. And I feel good things are starting to come forth all of a sudden, because I kept saying for quite a long time, why is my life falling apart? And then I realized it's not falling apart, it's falling into place.
Yes, yes.
So I'm trying to figure out, I have some major things going on and I'm not sure where I'm going. I kind of do and I kind of don't. I don't know. So I just need a little guidance.
Your guides are saying that you actually do know. You actually have been like creating every night when you go to sleep. You're like in training for something, you know, from a higher perspective. They want you to begin as you're falling asleep at night to begin commanding to remember where you go. Okay, and just keep doing it every single night, even if you can't remember. Get like a dream journal, just if you can write down bullet points of certain things you're learning. You're in training for something, okay? And you're creating like these new paths that are going to start merging into your world. That's why things feel like they're in alignment. You feel joy because of what you know is coming. Okay, because it is good. And so stay on that. And the reason other people are not feeling that is because they haven't done the inner work. I mean, I don't mean to sound like a therapist, but they have not done that purification and tried to like correct their thoughts. And like you became aware that you keep saying, why does my life keep falling apart? You're actually telling the universe, keep making it feel like your life's falling apart. You know, and all of a sudden you turn the perspective on and you're like, oh wait, no, I'm just getting new puzzle pieces and I can start building something else. And I'm free. I'm free to be me. I'm free. And you are here to embody freedom and to embody liberty on every facet of life. Okay. And you are very angelic in nature. So you have a lot of angelic team around you that is supporting you to just work with them, keep talking to them all day, every day, like imaginary friends, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks. They don't need to know. They don't even need to understand what you're beginning to comprehend in your mind. Okay. There's a lot of inner dialogue going on. And I don't think you understand that you're actually starting to get the algebraic formulas correct, you know, and sometimes it doesn't have, it's not an immediate response, but it's what's actually igniting the joy and like the lightness. It's more than just the eclipse. The eclipse is like a good activator for you, but it is, it's just going to keep getting better and better and better for you. But you must understand, for a lot of people around you, it's going to seem like it's chaos, and you're just going to be like, oh my God, I've got so many opportunities now. Like, you know, like if the whole world's falling apart, then you get to build it again. You know, it's like you have that something within you, and you're going to be moving into, it looks like, there's like 2 or 3 what we call siddhis that I think are some things that you've earned, you've mastered in another time as your soul has lived all over the place, all over the timeline, and you've developed a couple siddhis that are for this time. And so just keep going on doing what you're doing, but also give yourself time to be silent too, like be creative, do your thing, but then also give yourself time to like reflect and really feel the joy. When you feel excited and joy, like really embody it, okay? Because this is also emanating and it's going down into the earth, and she'll keep feeding you more and more. Like when you can send joy down into the earth, it comes back tenfold. It's like a radio frequency called joy, you know, and
I choose to be happy and positive is what I tell some of my friends, you know.
Yeah, no, it is. It's but once you start getting it, you're just like, that's all you care about. Like the only thing that matters is your peace. Like peace is the only thing that matters. Anything that starts knocking you out of that, somebody's pushing your buttons, anything like that, it does not matter. Just you're learning how to you have learned how to do it, you know. And when you can stay in peace, that joy starts welling up. It's like it's always been there. You know, the actual fulfillment has always been inside you, and when we can stay at peace, it finally starts to manifest, and you get creative, you get clear, and the Kundalini rises, and you start getting all the tingles all day, and you just feel like ecstasy. and then you like love life just to be alive. It's no longer about the things. You can have things, but it's not about the things. Do you understand? It's like you just love going out and looking at the sun and being part of this masterpiece, and actually being one of the brush strokes of God as Gaia now is beginning to reincarnate. And there'll be new continents, there'll be new islands, there'll be new landmass, new places to explore. The next phase, it's like, everybody thinks everything's already been explored, every gem has been found and all that stuff, but just as soon as you think you know something, Mother Earth will just be like, here, I got a new continent for you to explore. I've got it, so it's like, so feel that joy. We, as humans, we are explorers. And, who knows, maybe the next time around, we'll be galactic travelers, we'll be like exploring the galaxy and all this stuff. So it's
I just wondered if there seems to be a connection to Sedona, because when I went there for the retreat, driving down the mountain coming in, I just had this overwhelming feeling of, and I even said it out loud, I'm home. And so when I come back home, my phone on the weather station keeps going to Sedona on its own.
No,
And
it is. And I believe you may actually spend, whether you do more short-term rental or if you actually come out or get a place in Sedona, I do feel it's there, but it's also, you have lived there 50,000 years ago in the land there during another golden age.
Yeah.
And this is where the cities of gold that Cortez and all of them were looking for, but it was pre-cataclysm. But this was a very high society, a golden age, and I believe this is where you developed these siddhis that I'm talking about. And this is not just like a Reiki gift. Siddhis is like, how to make rocks move with your mind, and like you understand the science behind just electrons and things like this. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kiki. And I'm seeing that Dr. Laura says that she also perceives you had a lifetime in that area. No question about it. So,
yeah, it has been told before. Yes.
And we were all together with you in Sedona, Kiki. So hopefully we'll all be together in Sedona soon again.
Yes. Thank you. So much appreciate.
Charlie, thank you so much. And I want people to know how they can get more of you. Charlie has a wonderful website. It's sacredfiremastery.com. sacredfiremastery.com. As we can learn more about Charlie, you can also schedule intuitive counseling, a channeled angelic reading, his actual fire energy healing. And you definitely want to subscribe to receive his weekly wisdom. And Charlie, are you still doing the weekly meditations through Soul Search?
Yup, we're streaming those every Thursday morning. We do the enlightenment activations and meditations at 8 a.m. at 8 a.m. PST, which is we've been going now 34 weeks in a row. There's a full archive of these activations. They're free. This is part of my service work on my website. You can find and pick different ones where we're developing the different parts of our light body, the Merkaba fields, these tubes of light, but they're nice guided visuals where it makes it easy for people just to tap in. And it'd be good to practice these once, they're not long, 15 to a half hour. And also I'm doing the answer in the call where I'm doing this year is usually on Thursday nights when we're not traveling, I'm going through the I Am discourses again, reading a discourse. We started with the Unveiled Mysteries and then open up for Q&A to get the energy moving, the discussion. And that's at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. But sign up on my newsletter. I send out a newsletter with the link and everything every time that I'm going to be doing it. We've been working to do it every Thursday, but then we were traveling this week.
So again, you go to sacredfiremastery.com and then do what I'm doing right now. It's very, very light, but it is coming in. You may want to change that, Charlie, because the font is like so light that you can barely see yourself. But I did just subscribe. And thank you, Charlie. I love you so much.
All right.
And Tanjila, we're going to have another song from Kenta, and then we'll bring Galaxy Starborn on, and then a final song from Omar Shah. So
And we'll
That's
also
what.
have a final word and blessing from Swamiji as well.
Oh, great! Awesome. The hits just keep on coming.
I know, right? Wonderful. So we're looking forward to Kenta and then bringing on Galaxy and Swamiji. And thank you so much.
Absolutely. And I didn't know, I'm sure if there's anything you want to add before Kenta's next.
No, I'm just excited because this is the other end of the spectrum of his music. And so I'm imagining that we can get out of our chairs now and get our dancing shoes on. And some of the delights that you will see by going to his website will show you what a diverse and amazing musician he is. And so thank you, Kenta. I will go off camera.
Thank you very
Love you,
much.
brother. Go for it. Is your original sound on?
Yes.
Okay,
ready.
good.
So I'm another doing the live looping set in 432 hertz. So please enjoy.
Wow. That was amazing. Let's all give a big twinkle. Quite a workout for some of our dancers there. They thought it was over, and then boom, was a little reprise there. But Kenta, you are fantastic with gorgeous, beautiful guitar work.
Thank you so much.
And you can find all sorts of wonderful things on his website. It's his name, Kenta, Kenta, Hayashi, HAYASHI.com, KentaHayashi.com. And definitely check out what he did in Peru when he met beloved Omashar. And speaking of Omashar, it sure was fun watching you up dancing, Omashar. Usually,
I know it's like a little bit normally pedantic, but I need to do shake my booty. And you brought it on, Kenta. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
I'm also learning and doing the meditation of the Saint Germain, as you see. And I love the book of the Unveil the Mystery and all that. Like I read it so many times, and every time I read, as you said, new recover, like remembering, of the I am present. So I would love to take your meditation course.
Yeah, it's there.
Arigato, brother.
Arigato. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Domo arigato. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we still have some wonderful things happening. Do you want to introduce Galaxy for us, Tanjila?
I will. And arigato, Kenta. That was amazing. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Japan.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful music and powerful energies. We love moving and grooving to really beautiful music, cosmic. So thank you so much.
Namaste.
Namaste. And of course, I'm excited to welcome our next guest, Galaxy Starborn. Z Zur is an inspirational speaker and writer, an Akashic channel and guide, and a starseed coach. Galaxy is certified in Akashic Records soul clearing with an MA in transpersonal psychology and a background as a classroom educator. Galaxy regularly helps clients to get in touch with their soul gifts and purpose, to connect with their starseed origins, and to experience greater peace and joy on the planet. Galaxy is a co-author of the anthology Soul Biz, and Z is currently writing several books, including one for children. And Z works with children and our beautiful starseeds all the time and is very passionate about that as well. And so welcome, Galaxy. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Tanjila. It's an honor to be here.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about you and what you'll be sharing tonight.
Great. Yes. Well, first of all, it's just been so delightful to be at the fair in Santa Monica all day. The energy's just been amazing and such a treat to be in a meditative space and to be offering, these types of sessions with people so we can really go deep. So very grateful to that and grateful to the Laughing Monk for allowing us to be there. And, what I'd like to offer tonight is some exercises that might kind of help us to get in a really soulful place. So tomorrow I'm giving a talk called Soul Gym, and we're going to be talking about flexing our spiritual muscles to address and stand strong with everything that's going on in the outer world and sometimes in our inner world. And I was originally thinking when I talked to you, Tanjila, that I would do exercises to prepare for that talk. But what's really coming to me tonight, since it's the end of the show, is maybe what would be supportive to folks is if we ask folks to put in the chat any sleeping challenges they've been having or any issues that they find themselves having a hard time letting go of before they go to sleep. And maybe we can do some exercises to help with that. Does that sound okay to you?
Yep, that sounds wonderful, Galaxy. So all feel free to put in the chat if you have some, issues that you may be working through affecting your sleep time, your dream time. And I see Carol Craig is writing in, I suffer body pain. So thank you for sharing that, Carol. Karen S. Said, it's probably time for me to revisit the I Am discourses, which I studied many years ago. Omashar saying insomnia.
Thank you. Yeah. So I think when we have a lot going on in the outer world, sometimes if we don't find a way before bed to process it, it keeps us up at night and it can be hard to let go of. So, want to really help people to feel that they can have some sort of creative relaxation space at night. And so what I'll invite us to do is, first of all, let's just acknowledge that there is a lot going on in our outer world. And sometimes there's so much going on that we don't really take time to get ready for bed. We just kind of like, okay, it's time, I just kind of jump in. At least sometimes that happens to me. I don't know if that ever happened to anybody else. But, we have busy schedules and busy lives. And so, it's, we don't always necessarily create a sleep routine. It can be really helpful, though, to set a routine where we turn off the social media and turn off the screens, at least a half hour before bed, a little more if you can do that. So that way we're kind of disconnecting from that stimulation. Certainly the blue light can stimulate us, but also everything that we read or watch can stimulate us. So that would be the first thing I'd suggest, is to really create a sacred space. And yes, did you want to jump in?
And just say a few more comments, people.
Yes.
Kathy is saying hypervigilance, insomnia. George Noble, no problems getting to sleep, but weaken every 90 minutes some nights. Laura Com saying sometimes insomnia, thinking about the political turmoil in the Dr. Laura, I'm having super vivid dreams with lots of people from my past passing through. And Katie, light sleep and need more deep sleep. So a few more.
Got it. Okay, great. Thank you. Yes. So maybe we can go through a few overall strategies that we can use, and then we can do a process to kind of help us get in a relaxing state. I don't want to totally put us to sleep now because we still have more of the show to go, but we'll just aim to see if we can get in a little bit more of a relaxing state. So But first, a few more things that we can do before bed to help prepare with that. So in addition to, turning off the screen about a half hour before bed, I would also suggest coming up with some sort of routine that you just always do. It doesn't have to be a particularly exciting routine, but if you always, I don't know, put your pajamas on and then put your slippers on and then, whatever. There's a part of us that really thrives on comfort. So whatever your bedtime routine is, I know when I was a kid, there was like that bedtime routine of, read a story with mom and dad before bed. And, it was comforting. And as adults, recognizing the value of routines. So see what you can do to create a simple routine for yourself. And then some things that we can add to that might be, either before getting to bed or before going to sleep, take some time to express appreciation for everything that's happened in the day that's wonderful. Now, because sometimes we go to bed thinking about all the negative things or the challenging things that we haven't figured out yet, but let's take some time for appreciation. And so maybe right now we can just take some time, tune in, what's happened today that's just been wonderful that you're grateful for. And if you want to put that in the chat, that would be great. Because, when we want to ultimately be able to get into bed with a heart that feels full, a heart that feels peaceful and happy. And the more we can focus on that before bed, the more we can get in a space that's going to be conducive of sleep. So I'm thinking right now of just the blessings of being at the expo, and I'm thinking about the blessings of being with all of you right now. And just, whatever you're thinking of, just invite you can put that in the chat or just say it out loud or in silence for yourself. But we can be in that space of gratitude for all the blessings that are there in our lives, and that we want to really allow to. We want to show appreciation for, because what we appreciate appreciates and grows. And then in addition, in addition to taking some time to express appreciation and gratitude for what's been wonderful in our day, then we can also take a moment to consider what is unfinished from our day. Because a lot of times we might go to bed with that to-do list still there of what we didn't get done. And this is the time to go through that to-do list and hand it over to Spirit. So acknowledge, okay, I didn't finish this or I didn't finish that, but hey, maybe, guides, angels, maybe you all could help me with this tonight. Because, one of the wonderful things about spirit guides and angels is they don't need any sleep. They literally are available to us 24/7. So we can just hand it all over to them. So that's something that I feel like could be helpful in these times when we go to bed, kind of carrying the weight on our shoulders and looking at all that we still haven't, figured out. Hand it over to the angels, to the guides, guardians, and teachers. And this can be both the sort of the daily to-do tasks that we didn't do. You didn't, finish this project or whatever, but it can also be the bigger things, like, okay, there's this situation going on in the outer world or in my inner world. I don't know what the answer is. Can you please help with this? We don't want to take time to really just see yourself giving it to somebody who cares about you and loves you, who can hold it for you, so you don't have to hold it at night. And so we can also just take a moment to do that. Just be, imagining whatever's, weighing down on your shoulders, whatever's weighing in your heart. And just see yourself giving it to Spirit, giving it to your spirit team. Okay, this is what I'm concerned about. And wow, I'm so glad that there are beings of light that are here with us that can help with this. So I'm going to pass this over to you and let you work on it tonight. Let you provide support while I sleep. And then in addition to that, I would suggest hiring a team of beings to support you while you sleep. We might think, oh, we don't need too much support while we sleep, but yes, we do need support. We need support being able to stay in a space of pure light and in a space of relaxation. And we can ask our spirit guides for that. We can ask our angels for that. So, You can even hire a guide that's specific to sleep. I would like a guide that's really, really trained in this, that really can help with human sleep. Bring in a whole team that you feel safe with, that you trust, to help you and to help hold that space. So it's kind of like they can be guarding the room so you don't have to. If you know, because I know somebody used that word hypervigilant, you don't want to feel like you have to look over your shoulder at night, right? You want to make sure that you have angels with you. They're looking out for you so you don't have to. And also really, really bringing in the light. You want to be in a space of 100% pure light, so strong that nothing else can get in. So it's not a protective light that we're bringing in. It's not that it's pushing out something. It's just that it's so strong that nothing else that's less than light can get in. So really fill your heart with light, your body with light, your whole room with light. And we can do just a little quick exercise of that. Again, I don't want us to totally go to sleep, but I want you to get a feel for it. So just take a moment to, wherever you are, you imagine that you've just done your bedtime routine. You're in this environment, wherever it is that you're going to be setting the intention of going into a restful sleep. You pass over your to-do list to your guides. You pass over your anxieties, your worries to your guides. All of that is off your shoulder. Feel your shoulders releasing. Feel any tension in your belly releasing. Really fill your heart with gratitude for all that has happened today. That's wonderful. Make sure your heart is full. Make sure you've got light filling your heart and the aura around you and your whole room. Now, this is not a light that's going to keep you up at night. This is more a light that's going to help you sleep. So you can have it be at whatever intensity works for you, but a sense that that pure light is here, so you don't have to watch your back. You've got light watching over you. And then also bringing in all the guides, guardians, and teachers that are sacred to you. Let them be your guardians tonight. You can call in your guardian angels of sleep. Maybe even bring in some extra crystals that help the room have this really sparkly and crystal clear vibration of light. And then do your deep breathing, breathing in, breathing out. Really slow your breathing down. And if you happen to wake at night, you want to go back and just do this process again. Give your worries over to your guides. Give gratitude for all the wonderful things in your life. Call your team with you. Call in the light. And again, deep breathing. Now, because I do want us to enjoy the rest of the show, I'm going to bring you back to this present moment. But wishing you, hoping this helps you with your sleep tonight and moving forward, and definitely wanting to call in the ability for all of us light workers who are doing so much work to support light to feel like you can have a moment to rest, that it's okay. We don't have to do it all. We've got our guides to help us, and wishing you many blessings.
Mm-hmm. Galaxy, thank you so much. What a beautiful set of very practical tools that are going to be very useful for our audience. I'll read some of the comments coming in, but I want to take people to, let's all go into the galaxy together. Let's all be starborn. And their website is starbornguide.com. So you can find all things galaxy at starbornguide.com, including booking a session with them. And they are a wonderful, nurturing source of love, care, and wisdom. And I always enjoy when Galaxy is with us. So thank you so much. And there are lots of comments coming in from the audience. Diara says, thank you, Galaxy. Barbara writes, that was wonderful. Diara writes, I feel like I'm floating in a sea of love. And so much appreciation coming to you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Tanjila, is there anything else you'd like to say to our beloved friend Galaxy before we come back to the Laughing Monk?
I just wanted to say thank you so much, Galaxy. That was so beautiful and so practical. So thank you for being at the event with us all day. And of course, now sharing with all of us, like you said, light workers deserve a rest too. So wishing everyone, beautiful, peaceful sleep tonight, utilizing Galaxy's wonderful tips. I know I'm going to use them. So thank you, Galaxy, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
That'll be awesome. Thank you.
Take care, Galaxy. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Dr. Laura wrote, thanks, Galaxy. Those were great suggestions, and she will try them all. So those are still coming in, while Tanjila is miking up the Laughing Monk. We're finally winding down. It's been a wonderful and long and beautiful show. And Tanjila, I'll turn it over to you for whatever questions you'd like to ask this beautiful man.
Sure. So I'm so blessed that we are able to be here with the Laughing Monk at Swamiji's wonderful meditation center. The vibration of the center is absolutely beautiful here, and it's a blessing for all of us to be able to gather in community. And I just wanted to give you the opportunity to speak to everyone, share your wisdom, your love, your peace, your blessings with the community. So thank you.
Thank you, Tenji ji, and thank you, everyone. To begin with, generally we start any work with laughing. So if you all like, we all can laugh for a few minutes. Here we go. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your laughter. We had Guru Gorakhnath. His saying was Hasiba, Kheliba, Kariba, Dhyanam, which means when we enter into meditation, go with laugh and go with playfulness, and then enter into meditation. Don't become so serious, and that's a disease. And if we have some question, we can take those.
Okay, so Dr. Laura is asking, what makes the Swami laugh the hardest? Is it that some of us actually believe the delusions of this Maya? Great question, Dr. Laura.
everything in life is laughable. Dr. Lara gave a very great insight on the Maya. I made one joke. Elon Musk creates a new AI. It's called Soulmate AI. And the moment one enters into the AI, it takes all the Vedic reading, palmistry, face reading, DNA, blood reports, health reports, and then accordingly it introduces the kind of person you always wanted to be with, and it would be as per who you are. So a lot of people get very excited and enters into the AI, and they don't find the wife there, but the person doesn't find the wife, but finds two signboard in the left side written, you want a rich wife or a average wife. So person enters into the left side, want a rich wife. Then again, he doesn't find the wife, he finds two signboard, the one who can cook well or the one who is average cook. Again, person enters into the one who cooks really well. Then this time also he doesn't find the wife, he finds two signboard written, the one who has a very melodious voice or the one who has average voice. Again, person enters into the melodious voice. Then this time, the one who is very fit or someone average fitness. Again, person enters into the very fit wife. This time he doesn't find boards. He finds a message written that you are looking into too many qualities, and then gives a mirror that look at your face. So that's how, Dr. Lara, our illusion is that we know who we are, but we always look for more and more, even though that's not compatible to us. And that's how the Maya's round goes on and on. So if we stop looking into these desires which are driven by ego and operate from the space of more authentic being, then we would be more realistic, and the life will be easier. Otherwise, we'll go into this AI all the time, and then AI will ask us to look at our face. Is there any other question?
Thank you. And actually, following up on that, let's see here. We had, let me take a look at the questions. Well, we have a comment coming from Diara, look for qualities of the heart. Yes, exactly. And we had, let me see here, a comment coming in. I saw it coming in, I think, was it Diara's asking about, she is concerned about AI. So should we be concerned about AI?
We must be concerned. AI can help us in uplifting the humanity, where right now the way the stressful life is, it can be eradicated, and a lot of work can be done automatically. But unfortunately, what I see, the kind of investments are going on, and the pricing, they are increasing. It's not looking like to be helpful. It would be mainly the companies are going to make money. So for example, like ChatGPT, they were nice, very good work can be done. But now if you go for more work, then it's like $200 monthly. And they release another tool like Operator. So let's say you want to book a hotel in Miami with your preference and the cheapest one. The tool will keep searching, keep searching. Whenever it becomes cheaper, at that time, it will book it and send the ticket. That this is the confirmation. But again, that's $200 monthly. So like if this, we keep adding like this AI, this task, then it becomes a big bill. And like how the investment being made by the SoftBank and OpenAI and Oracle and Microsoft, $500 billion. Entry-level jobs are looking like to be finished in next 2 years. So which means the people, working class won't have the jobs, there would be problem. There would be automation, but only who pays for them. And then the situation will be the same, and it would be more where the capitalism, the way right now it is, and it's going to get more control, and the people will suffer. So to address this, drafting a legislation, which one of our good friend going to put in it, in which there should be like the benefit of the AI's automation should go to people as well, and there should be some taxation, and people should get some benefit in a monetary way that not only companies are making money. And now implementation of that is difficult, so it could only be like a corporate social responsibility fund type, in which minimum companies need to donate like this much percent by AI automation if they have made that much of money. Now, if that would get approved or not, I don't know, but we are trying. But all the light workers should put their healing energy into the politician's brain, so they approve it, and people get AI benefit by which enlightenment becomes easier. Otherwise, right now, the way it is going, it is looking more slavery. Few things got changed when this DeepSeek and Manas from China, they learned how that OpenAI work, and without spending money on Colossus and big investment, and they just copied this and they produced something which is open source. Now, the way like right now the social media is, it's very poor, draining. It can be with AI uplifted that, okay, my life purpose is God realization. Then you could give that how much courage you have. And so this is vision, then it would be mission as per the knowing the body, mind, constitution of the being. And then AI can give us the daily program that, okay, your focus is fully focused or medium or average. And then it can give daily routine, so dincharya, ritucharya, when the seasonal changes. It can give like what food to eat, what not to eat, and also friend suggestion as per that vision. And also like it blocks us more than like if the screen time is more. And so that type of benefit can be obtained from AI. But the way it is looking like, it's like each of these development from first internet came, that was the start of destruction when the mobile phone came. And so first was the pager, mobile phone, then those internet, then the social media, so starting from Facebook, attention span was reducing, from Instagram further reduced, now TikTok further reduced. And
I want to come in for a moment because I'm appreciating, but we're actually are way over time. And so I would love to maybe have another time when we could, when it's not so late, and we can ask the Laughing Monk some questions that are really especially unique to his wisdom. And we loved laughing with you, so thank you. Thank you. And I'm actually going to bring Swami on because I thought we would close our sequence with you with a joke. And I don't remember, I either heard this from you, Steve, or it was Gary Malkin, but it was at our Evolutionary Leaders circle gathering last week. The joke about the difference between a Jewish optimist and a Jewish pessimist.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that you? Was that you that provided that
Yes,
joke?
I'm afraid it was me.
Would you be willing to share that joke? Because it's very, very
Oh,
good.
yeah. Okay. The difference between a Jewish pessimist and a Jewish optimist. A Jewish pessimist says, things can't get any worse. The Jewish optimist says, oh, yes, they can.
I thought you'd appreciate that as a wonderful way to complete our time with you. And also remind everybody that you can get learn much more about our wonderful laughing monk by going to meditation.ca. What a great website to have. Meditation.ca. CA is in Canada. And thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Swami Advaitananda, for being with us.
Oh, yeah.
Tanjila, I'm going to go to you in a moment, but I want to just remind people that this is the last show of our winter season. And so it's really important for everybody to register for the new season that will start next week. And we've got right off the bat some great shows planned, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But for all of you who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, go to globalpeacetribe.com. globalpeacetribe.com. You can learn all about our upcoming shows and click register for the new season. That'll take you to our registration page. It's simple, it's fast, and you'll get all the links to all of our Zoom rooms. We do a show every Wednesday night, every Saturday night, and then we do special shows on Sunday, including once a month with Soul Search. So definitely come and join the Global Peace Tribe. And for all of our friends that are in the Zoom room right now, I put the link into the chat box. Please do join us. And let me show you what we've got planned for next week, because we're going to start our spring season off with a bang. And we're going to start by on Wednesday night. We are going to be, once again, previewing the Illuminate Film Festival. Now, I'll actually be in Santa Barbara for the Illuminate Film Festival, and we'll do a show from there in May. But this Wednesday night, we'll be previewing it. The co-host is Tiana David, the artistic director of Illuminate, and we've got some wonderful people. And our special musical guests, the Brothers Corin. Who remembers them? They were on during the Saturday Night Alive days. These guys are fabulous. And I'm really excited that they're going to be back playing music with us. And they also are going to be talking about their film, which is going to be playing at Illuminate. And we're also going to have Dana and Kusana back with us. They are wonderful. You'll remember them from previous shows. And a new friend, Benedict Just. So that's going to be our Wednesday night show. And then drum roll, please, because next Saturday night is a big one. It is our 5-year anniversary show. Yep. We've been doing Global Peace Tribe shows for 5 years. Our first show was April 4th, 2020. And so we've got so many people joining us for the anniversary show that we're going to actually start at 5 o'clock. Oh, I need to pull up the, let me give you the updated poster. We actually have an updated poster now because we've got so many people that are going to join us. We're going to start next Saturday's show 1 hour earlier, 1 hour earlier at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Look at who's going to be joining us. Musically, Larissa Stowe, Astra Fox, of course, Omashar, Kristen Hoffman and Tatiana Speed, Fanny and Vigari, and those are just our musical guests. Then, of course, we'll have Deborah Giusti, Eden Amadora, Tanjila, Alan Steinfeld. I've invited all of our favorite co-hosts and musical artists to celebrate our 5-year anniversary. And we're going to hear from those of you who have been with us for a long time. So think about what you want to share. People like Karen S. and Diara and Carol Craig. And those are just the ones off the top of my head. Many of you, Eleanor Joy and Ian, you'll have a chance, if you wish, to share what some of your favorite memories or moments are from the 5 years we've all been together. So make sure you've registered. We're going to have a great spring season. And I'm really, really excited to share that all with you. And I'm going to go back to my wonderful co-host and my dear friend, Tanjila, for anything you want to share about Soul Search.
Thank you so much, Scott, and thank you all. And of course, thank you to the Laughing Monk. We still had so many questions coming in for you, so we will have to have a continuation of our conversation so that people were asking about that they were concerned about AI, about the Kali Yuga, so many different questions that we can continue in conversation. But I just wanted to thank everyone. If you guys are in the Southern California area, if you're in LA, come by tomorrow. We are here at the International Meditation Foundation Center, 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. So come by and say hello. Come meet the Laughing Monk. He's going to be giving some incredible talks tomorrow, including all about the Siddhis, including bilocation and levitation. Speaking from experience, he's going to be talking about astral traveling, Ayurveda and the body-mind constitution, as well as many other amazing speakers, including Galaxy Starborn, who you saw here today. If you can't make it live and in person, we do live stream all of our talks, so you can tune in and watch them on Soul Search TV, on the Soul Search YouTube channel, and the Soul Search Facebook channel. So you can tune in and watch all of the amazing talks, including our talks coming from our Laughing Monk right here. And of course, if you're in the Bay Area, come join us next weekend. We will be in Santa Clara for our Silicon Valley Expo. That's going to be a lot of fun. I saw Kathy saying in the chat that she's going to be there, which is great. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. So we'll be in Santa Clara next weekend at the Santa Clara Hilton all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Renee and Anthony, who channel Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, will be there channeling live, as well as a lot of our other favorite healers and teachers from the Bay Area. And then April 12th and 13th, we will be in Roanoke Park, Sonoma County. So for all of you in the North Bay, come and join us there. Deborah Giusti is going to be there with the EES system. So come and experience the healing power of the scalar wave technology. We're also going to have a whole biohacking section. So different technologies for biohacking for your health and wellness, in addition to all of our amazing spiritual guides and healers and crystals and transformational technologies. So come and join us live and in person. Santa Monica, Santa Clara, and Sonoma County. And if you can't join us live, tune in and watch the talks on Facebook, YouTube, or Soul Search TV. And we look forward to seeing all of you soon. And of course, we'll see you on the 5-year anniversary show next weekend, which we're looking forward to that. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Tanjila. Thank you, Laughing Monk. Let's schedule a time to really be able to drop in deep with you when it's not quite so late.
Maybe we should do a Sacred Sunday show with
let's do a Sacred Sunday show together.
Sunday show together where we just, maybe go into deep conversation with the Laughing Monk and have people even send in their questions in advance.
I love that idea. Let's you and I take a look at what Sunday would work for him and for you and I. Let's do that. And we are going to close the show the way we always like to close the show, with music from our beloved Omashar. So as soon as I can find him, there he is. Take it away, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tanjila. Thank you, beloved Laughing Monk, and all of our guests tonight. And Kenta, you rocked it, brother. And so this song is called Shine On, and we shall shine on. When time has run its course and the earth has changed her song, the light that shines will be you and me. Whoa. No chance of turning back, nowhere to hold on to, a living dream that's come to be. The days were growing cold, the way they used to be. We wondered, would we make it on through? And now with open hearts, We've come to turn the tide. We are the light, we bring the truth. Oh, so shine on and shine on. Together we will be the brightest sun. Shine on and shine on for everyone to see that we are one. Living sun, we are one. Day has now arrived, so wipe away those tears and take a look at what you've become. There's love surrounding you, no need to hide yourself. Your brand new life has just begun. Oh, so shine on and shine on. Together we will be the brightest sun. Shine on and shine on for everyone to see that we are one. Living sun, we are one. So shine on and shine on. Together we will be the brightest sun. Shine on and shine on for everyone to see that we are one. And we'll shine on into eternity.
Thank you so much, Omashar. Let's all shine on bright throughout the weekend. Tomorrow is a beautiful Sunday. Let's make it a sacred Sunday by shining our light of love, seeing the divine in all. And I certainly see the divine in all of you on gallery view here. Let's send some twinkles to Omashar, twinkles to Tanjila and to the Laughing Monk, twinkles to Kenta in Japan, and twinkles to all of you for being with us tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the weekend. I look forward to seeing you next week as we start our spring season and our 6th year of Global Peace Tribe shows. Good night, everybody.